Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I believe this is my first ever Friday appearance. Shout out to Cart for being an incredible fatherly figure and allowing me to fill in these 30 minutes because he has to play the role of dad for the a 30-minute time slot. Um, we will be out of here right at 10:30 though because just so y'all know, Dion is on the full day today. Greg is not on, so right at 10:30 we out. So him and Cart can get grinding on everything. Dion, how's your week been, man?
It's been good. It's been good. I mean, Pickle Rick said I got a lock in for morning after. He's watching the Texas Tech and Houston preview. I don't know what was wrong with the preview. I thought it was a good preview. Me and Matt did it.
Yeah, the my favorite thing is I love when you're on Houston previews because the Houston fans, man, they
Are they upset again?
no, they're not upset again. It's just really funny because like you'll say something that could just be super objective and like they think that you hate their team more than anything in the world.
Yeah. No, we talked about it on the preview.
It's so funny, man.
We talked about it on the preview. I mean, the only reason I signed up for it is like on Wednesday when Riley was on here, somebody came in here telling me that I've been ducking the Houston previews and recaps. So I didn't know that. I told him on the preview, I was like, I thought y'all didn't want me on it. So I confirmed was ducking.
Yeah. No, I mean, see, that's strategic ducking. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give the fans what they want, man. It's crazy. Um, yeah, we got a lot of really good games to preview this weekend. I think we know where we need to start. This is like I don't know if it's technically but this would be a top five contender for like the sleeper Super Bowl, Purdue, Illinois on Saturday. That's like arguably our two biggest fan bases going against each other. What's your initial feel on that game?
Before we get into that, did you hear like there's a possibility Hammer comes on here weekly? It's in the works.
That would be fire.
Discussions are being had.
That would be very fire. Hammer seems to enjoy it. He's
Yeah,
been on. That was yesterday was his second appearance, right?
yeah.
And
He told me it's fun.
seems to be locked in.
Yeah, he told me it's fun. He seemed to like really have fun. He said the chat was cool.
Oh yeah,
So I'm hoping we can get Hammer on here once a week. I love Hammer. I think Hammer like one of the most talented dudes like we've ever worked with.
oh yeah.
And like just genuinely one of the most talented dudes in general. I think I always go back to this when he mic'd up them Syracuse fans at the players there. That was so funny to me. Just like elite stuff. But
Oh yeah.
Purdue, Illinois, definitely like I mean they're a sleeper Super Bowl. I mean there was no running point this week, right?
No, and
That kind of tells you, right?
yeah. See, I don't. There was no reasons given. All I know is that they were supposed to record at 8 last night, and at like 7:15 got the Braden wants to wait till after the Illinois game text, which tells me a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody, whether it's Braden or Cart G, the Sleepers Mafia, everybody's kind of locked in on this one. So I think it's I think it's a big one. I really like Purdue in this game, though.
Yeah.
Really like Purdue.
So a couple things. One, I, I don't understand how people are possibly disagreeing with Greg's Fletcher take. Like, if you don't think that Fletcher is eventually gonna just start making shots again at the clip he was making shots at, I just feel like you've probably either A, never played a ton, or B, just aren't a shooter, so you don't really understand. Like this feels like the game where Fletcher maybe gets it going a little bit again. Um, on the other side, I do agree with you. I like Purdue. It's going to be fun to see, like, Andre coming off the 30 ball. You
Well,
got Keaton. It's going to be fun.
what What was the end of G's take? I'm sorry. I was looking at my phone. There's a little kid that asked Jordan Poole how it felt when Draymond punched him, and I had to watch that video.
That's hilarious.
That's such
It was basically,
only an 8-year-old would ever ask that question.
yeah, that's like my favorite thing when they let the kids like ask questions at Super Bowl media and stuff, dude. They ask the most insane things.
Yeah, I
You
was
absolutely
retweeting
have to love it.
I was retweeting my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. But I was retweeting your morning after tweet, and then I just like went back to my timeline, and that's the first video I saw. And like some kid goes, "So like, did you have really good teammates in Golden State? How much fun was it?" And Jordan Poole like lists off Loon, Steph, Clay, and then he goes, "Were you watching me in Golden State?" He goes, the kid immediately goes, "So how'd it feel when Draymond punched you?"
I'm weak. Good
I'm
gosh.
sorry. Can you re-say what you the G Fletcher take for me? I'm sorry.
I was saying like I don't really I don't understand how people don't agree. Like there's a lot of fans who don't agree with it, and I'm like, either A, you just haven't played a ton, or B, you're just not a shooter, so you're not like understanding what he's saying. This feels like the game where Fletcher probably starts to get going again and hits a lot of threes. Like this feels like the perfect game environment for him to get back.
What was the official take people are disagreeing on?
The whole take Greg had about like, dude, he's gonna be fine. He has like he's had a spurt like this every year. He's gonna get out of it. Like the law of averages, he's gonna come back to where his normal percentage is. Like that's just how shooting works. Unless you're literally like a Steph Curry, and even Steph will have like a couple games where he might not hit. But like if you're not a Steph or like a prime Clay, you're just gonna have like a week or two where you can't hit a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the difference between Steph misses and Fletch misses is largely when Steph goes through a slump. Some of it is the shot diet and the looks he's getting.
Yeah.
Fletch largely gets all the same looks and just goes through a shooting slump because he's human. To compare him to me, I'm currently second at my pickup spot and wins this month. No big deal. Haven't hit a shot all month though. Like last month, I went like 6 in a million, but I was a bucket. You know, I was a bucket to the point where like people wanted to play with me. This month, I'm winning. Nobody wants to play with me because I'm a detriment to the team at the moment. It just is what it is. Like I played a game yesterday or Wednesday, I think it was, where I was out there and I'm like, yeah, I'm in the way. I can't make shots. I can't play I tried to play defense, but yeah, I couldn't do it. I can't guard anybody. I'm sore. I'm old. Like, so I get it, Fletch. Like we all been there. I'm currently in the same spot as you. If you want to link, we could play a little 2K, maybe work on some things together. I don't know, but I just think it happens, man. Like shooting is a lot of confidence. So when you go through a slump as a shooter, it's normally extremely extended because you're so unconfident now too. And I think that portion matters. And I'm sure there's an element of like Fletch, the player, could have broke out of this a week ago, but Fletch mentally doesn't know how to, just because as a shooter, that's all you have. And when it's removed from you, it's really hard to get it back. But once you get it back, you're fine and you're locked in for the rest of the year. So I think I agree with G. I'm assuming Cart didn't. That's what people were saying in the morning after comments to me and Hammer yesterday.
Yeah, I think Cart and Greg have just always been very like on opposite sides of the fence about Fletch. I think is where more that comes from. But I think this is like the perfect environment. So for starters, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, not having Kylan Boswell against Braden Smith is very bad for Illinois. Caden Boozer, I appreciate it, man.
Said you glowing twin.
He said I'm glowing. So it's like with no Colin Boswell, Braden's going to be able to. I mean, he obviously would have got his regardless, but I mean, now he's really going to be able to do what he wants. Illinois kind of already plays at that fun pace. Like this game's going to be so fun, man. But I also think it is the perfect Fletch gets going. Probably like a good game for TKR to get back right a little bit too. I know his hips bothering him, but like this is a good script for it. I think the biggest part is how healthy do we think Braden is? Because you could tell in the UCLA game, like he was limping around. Like, do we think he's going to look like a little healthier back home at Mackey, not on the West Coast anymore, playing Illinois?
Like, do I think it's going to help that he's not on the West Coast for him shooting?
No, I'm saying, like, do you think that Braden, who was kind of gimpy in that UCLA game, is going to be back closer to 100%, or do you think he might be still nursing the injury a little bit?
I don't know what the injury is to say, to be
I'm
honest.
not sure exactly what it is. I just know it's
Yeah.
something leg related.
Yeah, I don't know what the injury is to say, because if it's something that could swell, my answer would probably be he's still hampering the injury, because a cross-country flight home isn't going to help that.
Yeah, see, that was kind of like what I was getting at was like it was probably worse because he was on the West Coast and then he flies home.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man.
But like if it's just something that's going to bother him for weeks, but there's no swelling involved, then I'd say, yeah, he's probably in a better spot than he was on the West Coast. So I don't know what the injury is to say one way or another, but I think Andy probably said it best. He'll probably look better with additional healing time, but still won't be 100%. I think that's probably where I would go with it too.
Yeah. I also think this is probably, I don't know, man. I think regardless, even if Braden's only 75, 80%, whatever. Chat saying he said he'd take a couple weeks to get back to 100%, which probably sounds about right. Even if he's a 75 or 80%, I just think with no Boswell, this is like a just perfect matchup for him. What is your final prediction on Purdue, Illinois?
I like Purdue. No Kylan's problem. No, that's a big problem. If Illinois wins this one, though, that's tough, man. Like I think I don't want to say this is must win for Purdue, but because it's not. But like,
Yeah,
maybe must win from a narrative standpoint.
now Jay Fosty makes a good point where I agree with. It's like great teams always right the ship after a loss. We'll find out. Like I think so too, because me and you have talked on here numerous times about the pressure of everything with Purdue. Now that they've lost and like it's a conference loss, they're under a microscope a little bit. Everyone's going to be watching Saturday like, all right, was that loss on Tuesday like a West Coast fluky loss, or like are we actually witnessing some flaws here? So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I personally agree with you. I think they're going to win this game. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out, but I definitely think it's going to be a game where like they'll win by like a comfortable 6-8, not like they're up 1 or 2 and then they extend it at the end. I think they'll be up like 6-8 points the whole game.
T. Campbell said that Paint had horrific coaching against you, so I don't agree with that. I just think they lost the game.
Yeah, and I understand everyone like wants to get on about the whole Clough at defense at the end and the Bilodeau shot, but like end of the day, man, like sometimes a team just generates a good look. Like it's just sometimes it just happens.
But it's about to go watch the Tech Houston preview now and see if I'm going to come back at Raid or not. Let me know. I thought it was a good preview. Special performance from Dent. Just tip the cap and move on. I agree. I said it yesterday. I said it Wednesday, whatever day we discussed Purdue. It's a problem to me that Dent had a special performance. So.
Yeah, I think the Dent performance like is why that last play even happened. I think people wanted to blame like, oh, why is Clough out there and stuff, but Dent was hooping, so they blitzed the screen hard. They didn't rotate back in time. Billet Dow ended up wide open. I'm gonna be honest, like me personally, with the way Dent was playing, I'm living with Billet Dow taking that shot. He was like 4 or 5 feet behind the line.
Yeah.
Like he probably misses it if he takes it 4 more times.
I mean, Andy said this, and I think this applies to Dent too, in my opinion. Andy said this a few weeks ago. Maybe it wasn't a few weeks ago, Andy. You can tell me whenever it was. I apologize. But he said, at what point do we go from like, of course, teams are making anomaly threes against us to maybe we just are bad defending the three? At what point does it go from like, yeah, we got the special Donovan Dent performance to maybe we can't check?
Yeah, and it's like honestly, from a team defensive perspective, like they only gave up 69 points. They just couldn't really score.
They're a good team. They're a good
Yeah.
team defense. Like team defense. Individually, though, like Dent's looking at that matchups and being like, I'm good. Like I want. There's not a matchup on the court Dent doesn't want, right? So if the coaching is off slightly, if your game plan is off slightly, like it then you get a big Dent performance, or you get a big there's a lot of pressure on Paint and the guys to get it correct pregame in order for it to be right during the game. Because individually, I think those are matchups a lot of dudes want. I don't know. I really like Purdue. I do think they have a defense issue though.
Yeah, for sure. But I I think also like it was just a weird offensive game. They only scored 67 points. Like usually they're going to be in that 70s range. If they hit that number, they win anyways. And I understand the Harris and Benter and all that stuff. Like they did play good. Here's the thing though. Regardless of how good they are, I'm just gonna like this is the reality of coaching. Like Fletcher's your guy. Like you're not just gonna bench Fletcher for the last like 12 minutes of a game and to play a Benter and Harris lineup. Like you're never gonna do that.
No comment. If I speak, what's the Jose Mourinho's? If I speak,
If I
okay,
speak, I'm in big trouble.
big trouble. No comment.
Cause like I mean that's just like
Actually, I'm a comment. I'm a comment. This is my show. Like I'll comment. You and I built this thing. I'll comment. We'll find out next year. You want Harris and Benter so bad. We'll see. We're 8-9 months away from seeing what that looks like. And I mean this with all due respect. Enjoy the big three while you got them. Because respectfully, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I'm sure Paint's going to figure it out. And I'm sure there's some dude, Luke Ertl, most likely, that's going to come out of nowhere and average 25 and all will be well. But if you want Harrison Benner so bad, you're about to get him. And you better hope it's everything that it's supposed to be. Because this big three you got right now is special. Special. And I don't think Harris, Benter, and Daniel Jacobson is going to be the same as these big three are. So don't worry about getting it for 12 minutes at UCLA. You're about to get it for 40.
Yeah, that's the issue because you got the big three. Like those are your guys. Like they're going to be on the court regardless of like what lineup might be working that night. And then we know you're not saying don't start him. We're just saying like the reason that Painter is going away from those lineups is because like those are his guys. Like those guys are just meant to fill voids. Like he's going to have the big three. So if you have the big three, you have to pick two of Clough, Harris, Benter, CJ, whoever down the stretch. Like you can't just be like, all right, we're going to close this game out with Braden, Cox, Harris, Benter, TKR. Like that's you're never going to do that.
Yuck. UCLA wants you to do that.
And I understand, like,
that's not true. If Lawyer gets hurt, this team is not still special.
Also, CJ was like for some reason not missing in that game, so like I completely understand why he was out there. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. All right, since we only have 12 more minutes because we did start early. Shout out to us. 12 more minutes. Let's get to a few more games. We'll go to the one next that Pickle Rick started the comment with Houston, Texas Tech. For anyone who hasn't watched your preview, which is up on the channel, go watch Dion's Houston, Texas Tech preview.
Butthead said you said Milo's name right every time, and I don't feel disrespected at all. So Houston will, of course, lay an egg tomorrow. Now tomorrow to Vegas. Look, that brother, Houston lays an egg. That recap's going to be special.
What's your all right? So Texas Tech is playing a lot better basketball than the last time.
I'm not gonna lie. Was that preview really that short? I thought we did like 9-ish minutes.
I could have swore it was like 10 minutes. I'll check.
Okay, it was.
Yeah, 10:51.
Because if there's one thing the kid has a tendency to be a part of, it's some short previews.
Oh, dude, you just gotta love it, man. The Houston fans. I'm pretty sure they probably didn't even watch it. They just saw that your face was on it immediately. There's 0 likes and 1 dislike so far. So we'll see how many Houston fans keep hating.
So that's why I wasn't on the Houston previews and recaps. That's why I wasn't on it.
Immediate. Hey, everybody, smash the dislike button.
That's why I wasn't on them. That's why I removed myself from them because I thought it was bad for the channel. But Butthead asked me to be on them, so I did it.
Oh yeah.
Butthead, talk to your people. We're gonna have to get some views, or else
Butthead, go hit the like button, brother.
I think the plug's got to be pulled.
All right, so the last time these teams played was about like 2 weeks ago, which I can't believe we've already reached the point of the season where we're getting repeat opponents in conference. Feels crazy. So they played about 2 weeks ago, and it was in Houston. Houston won by like 4. Texas Tech and Houston are both playing a lot better basketball now than they were when that game was played. I mean, at Texas Tech, what are your thoughts on this one? Give the people your thoughts for the ones who haven't watched the preview yet.
Well, I feel like we might need to push them to the preview so we don't sit at 20 views.
Yeah, 100%. It will. It's only been out for.
No, I'm just joking. But I said it on the preview. I like Houston. I like Houston in this spot. I said it on the preview. If Milos is playing like this and the ball's going through Kingston, I like Houston to make the Final Four. I like us to be watching Houston again 3 months from now. You know what I mean? I like us to, maybe I'll stop by the team hotel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
We need a picture of you and
me and Milos together.
Oh, that would be generational. I mean,
I like Houston a lot in this spot. I think I said it in the preview. I think honestly, Butthead, and you, I know you know it because you're the one that called me out for it. Was the last Houston preview I did the last Texas Tech game? I feel like it was actually. And I remember watching that game and I felt like Houston figured out the recipe at the end. So I think that's going to carry over into this game. I think Kelvin Sampson has Tech figured out. I do think you get a better Christian Anderson performance than you got in the first one. I don't think it's going to matter, though, because I think Houston has the recipe to stop everybody else on Texas Tech. And honestly, I kind of like Houston to run away with this one.
Yeah, see, first off, I love coaching matchups like this. I think Kelvin and McCaslin are both extremely good coaches. That being said, no disrespect to McCaslin. You're making it kind of easy on Kelvin when all he has to do is game plan to stop 2 people. Like unless LaJuan Watts goes for 30, then it's going to be trouble. Because he's going to make it hard for Toppin. He's going to make it hard for Anderson. I agree with you. I think Houston's playing some way more inspired basketball. Also, T. Camel, saying Houston's playing good ball right now. Arizona, Houston, UConn, Michigan, the best teams if healthy. It's kind of crazy to look at the top this year and how elite the coaching is at the top of the sport. Those 4 named, Tommy Lloyd, Kelvin Sampson, Dan Hurley, Dusty May, that's an elite coached 4 teams. Not only are they talented,
boy, that's funny that Dusty May's in that combo. I agree that it's correct, but doesn't that sound hilarious?
Yeah, it does. It's just, I think it only sounds funny because it's only his 2nd year in high major hoops.
Yeah,
Dusty's special. I cannot lie.
No, I'm not saying your statement was incorrect. Couldn't agree with it more. It's just funny to hear out loud. That's all.
Yeah, at the do we think he just like this is such a random tangent? Is Dusty so good that he's like inevitably going to end up at like a blue blood or something, or is he going to be
No,
at Michigan for the long haul,
nah. I
or
mean,
does he go to the NBA?
I think it's all financial based. To be honest with you, and I think in the world of NIL, like, what is a blue blood if Michigan's willing to spend more money, right?
It's true.
Like that's sick that North Carolina, like respectfully, I actually didn't mean to use North Carolina as an example because you're on the show, but that's sick that North Carolina had Rashad McCants and them 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What does it matter if you aren't willing to spend NIL to get better guards than Kion Evans, right? Like I think Michigan's willing to put more resources into their program than most programs in the country. I mean, if Kentucky came calling, that might be tough to turn down because Kentucky is willing to spend more money than anybody. But like, I think it's all going to come down to how much Michigan's willing to spend on Dusty and the roster. And as long as they're willing to spend more on both those things, I think it's fine. He did turn down money not to go to Indiana, right? Like, so, yeah, I think Dusty's probably locked in with Michigan. The NBA is interesting because financially, NBA coaches make a lot more than college coaches. I mean, I think the NBA like going rate at the moment is 15 to 20 million for a coach.
It's a lot.
I know Kerr got over 20. Spoelstra got around like a 5-year, $100 million contract. What did Monty get? 5 years, like 100 or something? I don't know. Like the going rate for NBA coaches feels higher than college coaches, but also like, by the way, we don't get the terms of college coaches' deals. So I don't know that to be a fact. NBA is interesting. I don't think he goes. I don't think he leaves for Blue Bloods either. I think Michigan is likely to have Michigan for the long haul.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. I think Big Ten and SEC with the NIL era, like they're just the big teams in the Big Ten and the SEC are outspending everyone, and it's not even close. I think probably North Carolina bring up good segue. I guess North Carolina, Virginia is like it's the only other like ranked top 25 matchup. UNC beat a really, really bad Notre Dame team. They finally beat someone and beat them badly. So that was interesting. But Virginia is way better than the two West Coast teams they just lost to. And historically, UNC playing at Virginia is a disaster. Obviously, this is Odom and not Bennett, but like, who do you think wins this game? It's going to be interesting. UNC Virginia.
Want to hear a funny story about Virginia?
I would love to.
So my CEO was in town yesterday. Super cool dude. Super cool dude. I've realized I'm bad at talking to CEOs, though. I will say that. Like I'm bad at that. Like I'm only 32. Like I probably don't have like the experience yet to do stuff like that. Super cool guy though. He's friends with the assistant head coach on Virginia.
That's fire.
His son goes to Virginia, so like whenever he like drops his son off on campus, I believe he's a freshman, so you still do like the drop him off at dorms thing. He gets to just kick it in the facilities. He was telling me their facilities like below, it's like 4 stories. He said it's nicer than the Olympic facilities, which in the moment I'm like, that's crazy. Like now that it's been like 24 hours to digest that comment, I can't imagine the Olympic facilities are that nice.
No.
Because you build it in like you're only building it for one event, and you build it like a few years ahead of it. So like, I mean, it's still like sick to say you have better facilities than the Olympics. So like, if you just say that sentence, special. So but like, long story short, I'm on Virginia for the rest of the year.
Yep, you can even tie that back. That same guy with just this is a crazy small world full circle moment. Riley like did his little interview series like 3-4 months ago, and that's the assistant head coach and like the interim head coach in waiting interviewed with Riley for a freaking video on the Sleepers channel special.
Gotta tell Riley to like throw a little nudge, tell him to get your boy a raise. You know what I mean? Like that next time.
Oh man, it's classic. I don't know, man. I hope I'm wrong, but I think like the defensive issues. I mean, yeah, they played harder against Notre Dame, but I just think Notre Dame's bad. I think the defensive issues are still not solved. I think this game's going to be close, but I think Virginia probably wins in the end by like 3 or 4. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun one. Also, all these games getting moved up. Since we're at the end, I want people to know.
Moved up to what?
I'll keep everyone updated. So all these games like the Duke, Kentucky, UNC, Virginia, all those games, they got moved up in time because this like ice storm is going to be so bad. It's supposed to like wipe out power for like a week or 2.
We get to just play the games in California. We get over it. We got a little fog though. Dude got a little fog. Had a little fog. It really threw me off. People don't know how to drive in fog.
It's true.
I also don't know how to drive in fog. Listen, I know y'all are dealing with snow, like 2-degree weather. We got adversity too. Fog.
Yeah, it's going to see the real adversity problem is going to be if it is what they're saying it's going to be. I'm not going to have power for like a week and can't do my job without power.
What the hell? So power just like goes away?
And so, yeah, so when ice storms hit, like if it's a snowstorm, you're chilling, but the ice is so thick and so cold, it like freezes the wires out and causes power poles to fall and all that stuff. And
really?
Last time we had a bad ice storm in North Carolina was 2002, and power was gone for like 5 or 6 days.
I mean, respectfully, you were like 1.
Chill, I was 5.
T. Cable says he's going to Milan for the Olympics in 2 weeks. Didn't we just have the Olympics last summer?
Yeah, but remember that was everything's been like out of because of COVID. Everything got out of. Milan's the Winter Olympics, I think, but everything's out of.
The Winter Olympics still happen?
Yeah.
We should shut that down. We should shut that down.
That's a take.
We should shut that down.
Love that hot take because the next Olympics are in LA, which is
the Olympics are like Steph Curry and the boys. It's not Sean
Steph
White.
Curry and the boys.
It's not Sean White and them. Sean White and them are not the Olympics. Let's go back to the X Games. I'm fine with that. Give them the X Games.
Counterpoint. Every time I think about the Winter Olympics, I think about you ever seen the movie Cool Runnings? The Jamaican bobsled team, classic.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that real quick, and then I'll get out of here. We made a movie about them learning how to ride a roller coaster, essentially.
Hey, bobsledding's an art form.
You sit in the thing, and you go down a hill.
It's true.
And we're like, yo, what are we talking about? It's a roller coaster. You have to turn it yourself. No one watches NASCAR, but let it be the Winter Olympics, and we're like hands on deck for the bobsled. And don't even get me what's that one?
Oh, curling, elite sport.
Come on, man.
Do it in the gym like every other day, man.
I play cornhole every day. I'm supposed to believe that curling is tougher than cornhole. Let's punt the Winter Olympics. TKM, I am hyped for you, though. I'm not trying to disrespect. The trip seems fire. You're getting to go to Italy for 2 weeks, and you get to watch like Olympic sports. That's fire. We can punt the Winter Olympics, though. Like that can go away. That for sure can go away.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hyena is correct about NASCAR. Living in 25 minutes outside of Charlotte, I hate it. Never watched it in my life. The amount of views that NASCAR gets is insane.
T. Campbell said he likes women's ice skating.
Like, are you talking like are you talking speed skating or like figure skating? That's
my dog Jake Paul's wife is a speed skater.
I will say, bro, we bring back Apollo Ono and the Winter Olympics are back.
All right, let's wrap it up. We'll see y'all on Monday. Love everybody.
I hope I see y'all on Monday.
JK will be here Monday. Maybe I'll have some Hammer news to announce as well.
Yep.
Actually, JK might not be here on Monday. Winter storm.
Yeah, winter storm watch.
Forgot about the ice. I'll let y'all know if the fog affects anything for me too, though. I'll let y'all know.
All right. Well, I'm hoping I'll see y'all Monday. Dion definitely will. And
well, with fog. Please respect the
Yeah,
fog.
that's true. He might not be able to see. Might be
Please respect
tough.
the fog.
Vision might be blurry. Everyone have a good weekend. Enjoy some hoops. If you're in the winter storm, stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. We'll be back.